What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Lowbar. My name is Levi Lazaga, and this is
Joe Negretti.
And on today's show, we have none other than Fernando Lopez, actor here in Arizona.
Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thanks for having coming down.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the Lowbar. Appreciate you coming out.
What do you think?
Yeah.
No, I like your setup. I've been watching you guys for a while now.
Yeah. So you're disappointed.
It's kind of creepy.
So-
No, just playing.
No, it's
Lots of
very
regrets
casual.
happening right now in his head.
Oh no, I'm just like, oh man, this is so cool setup right here.
It's just an office.
I know.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're going to talk to Fernando about his acting career, and he's going to give us his deep and darkest secrets because, you know, he's on this show.
We like that stuff.
We do like that stuff.
Also, too, you can catch the Low Bar on our website if you want to check out any of our merch or get in contact with us at at lowbarpodcast.com. Also,
Our Instagram page, which is _lowbar. And going back to our website, make sure you guys donate because we couldn't have great guests like this guy here to come on our show, Fernando here. And of course, we got to feed Julian.
yeah, somebody does.
So please donate.
Every cent you give goes to a thirsty man in this room.
Which is usually him.
We like the beer.
Welcome to the Low Bar,
Yeah.
where we set the bar low.
Hey, Levi, what are you drinking?
Ooh, sipping pretty.
Yeah.
I got the fruited sour today from Odell Brewing
That
Company.
one's good. I
Ooh,
like
yeah.
that one.
It's been our favorite so far in the last few episodes. This is from Colorado. So for Odell Brewing Company, if you're watching, please check us out and sponsor us.
I got Santan, man, local brew here. Baja Jack, the salted lime lager. Or as you like to say, lager.
Lager.
Yeah, it's good.
Lager.
What do you got over there?
Papago Orange Blossom. It's
Nice.
kind of got a little bit of a sweetness to it. It's not bad. Very, very light. I'm a fan of the beer.
That's
so-
uniquely Arizona.
It's uniquely Arizona.
I've never had this before. I'm glad. It's very casual beer.
We like to broaden our horizons.
Yeah.
Here.
Can we just go real quick, just appreciate the beer that we have here in Arizona, as well as Colorado, because Sippin' Pretty is so far one of my favorite beers, and it's very sour. I don't understand the design with the
It's
hummingbird
very
and the fruit.
feminine,
Yeah, it's very
but
feminine.
you know,
but you know, I like it. That was probably wrong. Please cut that out.
no, leave that.
Leave that. Tell us a little bit about your beer, Julian.
It's good, man. You know what? It's not like there's some beers that are really offensive. You know, you take a sip of something
IPA.
and you're like, "Holy fuck! I think I just drank oil."
Yeah.
You know,
Like Sex Panther. You remember Sex Panther?
Yeah, exactly. Damn battery acid from that other one that we had, the
Jeez,
damn
God.
hoppy one.
The hoppy
But
IPA.
but yeah, this one very non-offensive. Just a chill beer. It seems like something you can crack open. You can just down like probably 10, maybe 20 of them. And you'll
20?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And sleep like a baby for like 20 years. Because you'll be
who it
dead.
Yeah.
No, but this is great. I like it. Yeah.
What do you like about your beer, Fernando?
It's very well. I'm a bit of a sweet tooth. I don't like you said battery acid.
Yeah.
Because,
Nobody.
like,
it's not good for you.
Some people like to drink the really heavy beer. And
Yeah.
it's just like, you know, you're drinking it and it just tastes like gasoline a little bit. You're like, that hits the spot.
I don't know what gasoline
I
tastes
love
like.
this
Well,
stuff.
for
It's so
you
good.
were you were in the military, right?
Yes.
So you traveled around a lot of places, all across the world. Is there any like other kind of beers? I don't know. Did you get to go out and try other kind of ethnic beers or anything?
Well, they didn't allow us to drink in Kuwait.
No shit.
We had non-alcoholic beer on base, so it was just.
There is no point to a non-alcoholic beer.
There isn't.
Well, if you're an alcoholic,
You just need the taste of it, but it doesn't do anything. You're just drinking
Yeah.
just something nasty.
yeah,
Just some nasty water.
might as well just drinking like some seltzer water or something.
Yeah, they really did have that, didn't alcohol or like well, sex wasn't allowed. But for us, anyways, because I guess Marines have a reputation on the Air Force base.
Yeah.
True story.
Well, so what got you into acting?
Oh well, I've always liked movies since I was like a kid.
Oh, nice.
I used to. It started off with like I used to watch the Schwarzenegger and the Stallone
Yeah.
action films. Then, as I started understanding like the kind of like not the leading man who's like a macho guy, but it's been kind of given a negative connotation with today's society. So I look back in like some of the old cowboy actors like Clint Eastwood and John Wayne and kind of like how they're like big men, but they use very minimalist and like subtleties and nuances that not a lot of actors do nowadays. Everyone's like trying to impress each other. Look how much range I got. Look how loud I could get. But no one like listens to like the story and what they're talking about. A lot of these guys personified that in their own way. A very basic type of method, I think. And I was like intrigued by it. I'm like, you know what? I could try that, because I got tired of like, you go to a movie and you're like, oh man, I could have done that differently. What they spent all this money on this crap, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta try it. I can't be like a critic and just say like, oh, this sucks for whatever reason. And just like, well,
You gotta have the experience.
yeah. So I figured, well, I'll try to give it a shot. I don't want to be in like a job that I don't like in a cubicle, and you're thinking, oh man, what if I tried out for this, or I should have tried out for basketball, something like that, and then you just kind of limit yourself. But I think I owe it to myself to try to go for that goal as close as I can, and now I can say, hey, I tried, and that was kind of like my motivation. So far, it's been pretty good.
Nice.
More or
That's good,
less.
man.
That's awesome. Well, I want to learn more about your story and how you became an actor. But right now, we got to do something different. We got to play a game, right?
We're going to play a game.
Ooh.
Pain and Game. All right. Now, I'm pretty sure, I think you said you saw some of the past episodes, so
I did.
You might know a little bit about it. But I'm going to go and explain a little bit more about that when we get on over to Pain and Game. So why don't we head on over?
Here we go. Pain and Game.
Round one. Fight!
Welcome to Pain and Game. We are here with Levi and Fernando, and we are going to freaking get into it. I'm just going to explain a little bit about this for you guys. So we are going to play 2 rounds. That is going to be 4 matches total. And if you win the first round, which is going to be 2 points if you do win that. Second round, if you win that, another 2 points. That's 4 points is total. However, I am also going to be asking trivia questions. And with these trivia questions, each ones you get right, you will get a point. And that's going to come in the form of a... 1 second, let me make sure I got the right one.
Yep.
Bam! That's what you'll get. And if you get it wrong, you're going to get a... There you go. Alrighty, so with that being said, let's go ahead and pull up Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And you guys can make your selections.
All right, here we go.
All right, now please, when you do make your selection, announce who you are selecting. That way the audience will know who you are. Levi.
I'm going to be Ken.
Big Ryu.
I already chose Ken.
What about, what's that other
So many options.
blonde son of a bitch?
Guile.
Sonic Boom.
Guile?
Guile. Yeah.
Guile. All right, he's going to be Guile.
All right, so Fernando's Guile. Levi is Ken. Let's bring the attack level down to 1, please.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Now
Fernando?
let's find a spot. Where are you going to fight?
I'm going to let Fernando choose.
Oh,
Which one?
the Ken stage.
Ken stage. Where's one's on?
It was like all the.
Oh,
there.
right. USA. Look at that. Ken stage.
All right, here we go. Levi. Okay, Levi, what does the destination RED mean in red?
Retired. What?
Okay. All right, Fernando, what does Nicole Kidman play in Moulin Rouge? Woolly, silk, or sateen?
Oh, I go for.
There you go. All right,
shoot.
Levi, true or false? John Carpenter, The Thing takes place in the Arctic.
Yes, true.
False.
What?
It doesn't. It takes place in Antarctica. All right, Fernando, who
I already
plays?
won.
Okay. So you got 1 point there, Fernando, though, for your trivia question, right? Levi got 0. All right, we're gonna start Fernando
But I
again.
still got
Fernando. Who
Yes.
plays Mrs. Doubtfire in Mrs. Doubtfire?
Robin Williams.
Correct. All right,
This dude can
Levi.
think
What
and
DC
play.
comic feature? What DC comic film features Billy Batson as a teenage boy?
Shazam.
Who could? That's correct.
Easy day.
All right, Fernando. Who plays William Shakespeare in Shakespeare in Love? We just talked about this.
We did.
Yeah, remember we were talking about the. No, all right. Joseph Fiennes. All right.
Joseph.
That's his name. All right, Levi.
Boom! I just won.
Okay, so
Sad face.
it's all right. You still got opportunities here.
This is still
So
round 1.
Levi won the match here for the first round. So that means that he gets 2 points added on plus his trivia question. He has and now sitting at 3 points. Fernando, though, you got 2 trivia, so you're sitting at 2. So you got this next round. If you at least win the match and at least get one more of the trivia and he doesn't get any right, you still got a chance to go ahead and win this. Also, too, if we end up tying, there could be bonus rounds. All right.
I'm gonna do Bison this time.
All right. So Levi's gonna be Bison, and we're gonna have Fernando playing Blanca. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where are we gonna fight?
All right. Julian, why don't you choose?
I want the other. I want India.
India.
Yeah,
Oh,
right
the only India here.
Yeah, it's the only one.
All right, Dawson.
All right. Levi, who plays gun-toting Jewish convert Walter in The Big Lebowski?
The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, who plays him?
The main guy?
Who plays Walter in the gun-toting Jewish convert?
No idea.
John Goodman. All right, and Fernando, who co-stars with Patrick Swayze in Point Break?
Keanu Reeves.
All right, Levi, who plays? I'm sorry. True or false? Samuel L. Jackson appears in Jurassic Park.
False.
It's true. He does play.
Oh, he does. That's right.
Better hold on to your butts.
I'm taking a
All right,
beating.
I just
Fernando. Oh, okay. All right. Well,
This
so
is
you
the only
lost
way
this-
I can win.
Yeah, you
No,
better.
it's fine.
But you're tied right now, Fernando. So you got to get 2 more answers at least. All right. Fernando? Who was behind the parodies Young Frankenstein, Robin Hood, Men in Tights, and Silent Movie?
Paul Brooks.
That's correct. All right.
This guy's good at trivia.
Levi, how many roles does Cheech Marlin play in From Dusk Till Dawn?
He plays
3, 7, or 13?
3.
Okay. All right. And Fernando, what film popularized by Maxim Carpe Diem sees the day?
Oh, he kicked my ass.
Oh, first time. What was the question? I'm sorry.
What film popularized the Maxim Carpe Diem sees the day?
I don't know that one.
It was Deadpool.
Oh.
All right. So, what are you doing, Levi?
Oh,
Wait.
shit.
Yeah, kick his ass, Fernando.
I'm trying.
All right, Levi. 48 Hours was one of the first buddy cop movies. Name one of the 2 lead actors.
That's fucking James Franco.
What? No, Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte.
Oh,
All
I'm thinking of a different movie.
Fernando, which George Clooney film was shot in 200 locations over 5 continents?
Oh shit! He just kicked my ass.
Go ahead and
Is
answer.
it Ocean's 11?
No, Syria.
Well, shoot.
All right. So who won this one?
He did.
Shit.
Oh,
Oh shit!
That was unexpected.
Oh wow!
very.
He kicked my ass.
Yeah, you did. All right,
Gosh.
so here we go. Tally up the points. Let me count them. Let me go. All right.
You have one piece of paper,
All right,
Julian.
and then the winner is Fernando.
Son of a bitch.
So,
Wow.
with the combined total of 6 points, because he takes away that win, you guys were tied at 4, because Levi, that's where you ended up with is at 4 for the trivia stuff. But 2 points puts him over the top, so now he puts it up at 6.
Wow.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm pretty happy about this. 6 and 4, because someone got to take Levi off his freaking high horse.
I know.
Because sometimes he gets a little cocky.
You know what? Fuck this game. Fuck this show.
He
I'm
was
leaving.
actually really good at the trivia,
You know
though.
what?
Like,
Cancel.
usually people are a little bit more, they're not as good as the trivia.
Yeah,
when they're playing.
dude.
He was actually knocking them down.
You can play and answer questions.
I study a lot of films. So I guess that helps.
He wasn't kidding.
A lot of people can't do one play a game and answer a question.
I'll just
Yeah, you're
live
one
some
of 'em.
obscure film's gonna be the first thing I'm like, oh man, I didn't do my homework. I must look silly.
No, Levi's the one with the egg on his face. Oh, Levi gets
Shut
the.
up.
No, wait, no. Where is it? There it is. Sorry,
And
Levi.
crickets at the
And
same time?
crickets. No, turn off the crickets. But another one of these would be.
You still
Come
don't-
on, you! Oh, I'm pressing the cricket button.
Oh god.
Sorry.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one.
And
of
well,
these.
hold on a
I'm gonna
second.
do one of
You're
these.
messing with my
gonna
stuff.
do
I was
one
gonna do one for Fernando.
Fuck you.
And then Fernando gets the. Oh no. Where is it? No. There we go. Good job, Fernando.
You match your audience. Just throw me money.
Look at that audience out there. Look at that audience.
They went away.
Yeah. They
real
went away.
quick.
They're gone. They're already gone.
Oh.
They They left.
Pressing my buttons. You're pushing my buttons. All right. All right, so that was fun, you guys. I'm happy to be a part of this and see Levi lose. I always get a kick out of that.
Fuck off, dude.
You know? But at this point, I am going to kick it back to the movie review with our boy Khalid. There you go. Take it away.
It is me back again, Khalid Gibson Carter. As you can see, movie reviews. What the interesting hell with Khalid Gibson Carter. So today, my only 3 reviews I'm doing. The first one I'm doing is a movie called Plane, directed by Jean-Francois Richet. Hopefully I said that right. He directed Assault on Precinct 13 back in 2005. Written by J.P. Davis and Charles Cumming. And it stars Gerard Butler, Mike Coulter from Luke Cage and one of the best shows on TV, Evil, and Tony Goldwyn. Basic plot: a storm forces a pilot to land his commercial aircraft, but he ends up landing it in a war zone. Love this movie, much better than I thought it was going to be. It's a total throwback to like great 90s action movies. So much fun at the theater. Gerard Butler really shines in these kind of action roles where he's an ordinary guy in extraordinary circumstances. There's a great fight scene with him where the camera just follows the fight instead of, having dozens and dozens of cuts where you don't know what the hell is going on. You're in there with them. Really entertaining movie. For that movie, I'm giving it a good 3.5 bottles out of 5.
Ooh, 3.5 bottles.
It isn't a total action masterpiece, but like I said, it's a great throwback to 90s action movies. Had so much fun in the theater. I give it 3.5. And I actually learned today, that they're doing a sequel to the movie. No word of Gerard Butler's going to be in it, but they are doing a sequel that will have Mike Coulter as a lead role in the film. And that movie is going to be called Ship. Just don't ask me why.
Plane and ship.
Like shit?
Yeah,
Like he's going to take a shit?
Like how the first movie is called Plane, the second movie is called Ship. If you see the movie, you'll get it.
I feel like this is Gerard Butler's
This is his niche.
thing, his niche.
Yeah,
It
he
is.
makes these kind of
Olympus has
B-list
fallen,
movies,
right?
but
Right?
It is.
Yeah, exactly.
It is. But he really shines with those kind of action movies where he's like the vulnerable guy.
I love those movies.
Yeah, he can.
What happened to him in 300? I loved him in 300. Ever since then, no, that's true.
And trust me, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, so I very much recommend it.
Okay, all right. What's next?
Second one, I think everyone's heard of this one. It's called Knock at the Cabin. Written by M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan. Written by M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Steve Desmond and Michael Sherman, and is based off the book by Paul Tremblay, and is directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Starring Dave Bautista, who, as we all know from Guardians of the Galaxy, Jonathan Groff from Frozen, and a great show on Netflix called Mindhunter, and Rupert Grint, who we all know from Harry Potter. And so, basic plot: armed strangers take a girl and her parents hostage while on vacation and demand the family make an unbearable choice to avoid or prevent the apocalypse. So I saw it. I really can't wait to see it again.
That's good.
Despite a rocky filmography, Shyamalan proves he's one of the best storytellers in film. The way he uses light and to tell the story is impeccable, and he's just a master of building suspense. Bautista gives such a spectacular performance. Even when he's not on screen, but you hear his voice, you hear the range of emotions within his character. And because he, along with the other hostage takers, are there to do something they don't want to do, so even when he's not on screen, you hear the range of emotions within his character because he, along with the other hostage takers, are there to do something they don't want to do whatsoever. And also, Rupert Grint also delivers a remarkable performance. So that was a great movie. Out of 5 bottles, I'm giving that 4.
Ooh, 4.
I would agree.
I'm
I did
giving
see.
that
I
4.
saw this in theater too. I actually got to check it out on the big screen out there for the Cine One.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it a lot. It was crazy.
Moving on. What's the next movie?
All right, so my very last one. This one is, like I said last time, I'm going to always do one movie that's streaming somewhere. So this next one you can find on Paramount Plus. It came out in 2020, so it was right in the middle of the pandemic. This movie is called Black Bear, and I've been dying to watch it ever since it came out, ever since I heard about it, and I finally did. It's written and directed by Lawrence Michael Levine. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Starring Aubrey Plaza, Christopher Abbott from one of my favorite movies, A Most Violent Year, and Sarah Gadon. Hopefully I'm saying that name right too.
No, that's right.
Basic plot: a couple entertains a filmmaker who is looking for inspiration at their cabin, and the first night there quickly escalates into resented feelings, poor judgment, and ultimately actions that can't be undone. The film takes on a different story using the same actors, and the film really digs into art imitating life and the idea of autobiography and invention. kind of blurring the lines with that.
How many sex scenes?
You would ask that. Aubrey Plaza gives one of the best performances she's ever given.
In a sex scene?
And
She nude.
Audrey Plaza gives one of the best blowjobs I've ever seen.
Aubrey Plaza is a very respectable actress who I love dearly.
I was just joking.
And I found the film to be truly compelling. So for that, 5 bottles.
Ooh.
No.
5 bottles?
Oh, I was
Out of
about to
5
say.
bottles.
Out of 5 bottles,
Yeah.
I give it another 4.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
You had some
Those are
interesting,
really
you had some
bad.
good movies you watched.
Another
It
cabin
was-
movie.
it was
Another
good
cabin
movies.
movie.
Yeah, another cabin movie.
Yeah, I
Is
know.
this M. Night Shyamalan too?
Right. But
They're cheap to make.
I was so happy I finally saw it because I've been dying to watch it for so long, and I finally saw it. Very much recommended. Again, Aubrey Plaza delivers,
Yeah.
and it's just a very different kind of film. I enjoyed it immensely. It happens.
That's movie reviews with Khalid. Thank you so much, Khalid.
Thank you.
Going back, going back to the low bar. Here we go.
Bam.
All right. Well, welcome back. Thank you so much, Khalid, for your reviews on those movies.
You're not welcome.
I think I'd probably get a better review from, I don't know, a different place than.
The disrespect in this podcast is
Khalid.
unbelievable.
Anyways, go fuck yourself. Hey, so
Hello.
Fernando, thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Awesome. I'm excited. So tell us. I know you've given us a little bit of information earlier, but we want to learn more. We want to learn how you got more into acting. First off, you actually went into the Marines before you got into acting, right?
Yep, from 2017 to 2021. I was infantryman in 3rd Battalion, 7th Marines.
Thank you for your
Wow.
service.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Wow.
We support the military here on the Lowbar.
It's the only thing they
Oh,
support.
that's good to know.
It's the only thing they support. Trust me.
That's a new one for us.
That's one of our sponsors, now
One of
U.S.
our
Navy.
sponsors, yeah. Not the Navy.
Not the Navy.
Not the Navy.
No, but I appreciate this. You know, it's
Anyways.
always awkward. At first, I'm like, I did it for you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you knew I was around.
Yeah, we knew you were out there. That's why I was kicking ass out there for you.
So, did your acting career, or at least your passion for acting, start before or after?
More after, I would have to say. Just, you know, when you're like standing post in the Middle East, you watch a lot of movies, and you know, I've always been kind of a movie geek when I was a little kid. I used to watch a bunch of like westerns. I used to watch a bunch of action movies from the 90s, even some horror films, and I was like, maybe I could try at this. I got tired of like seeing like, I guess, bad movies or people doing stuff that I don't want to see.
Yeah.
And then I started looking into independent filmmaking. I'm like, oh, so there's a path to it. So I started off as like an extra when I used to live in San Francisco, actually, and I would kind of volunteer for these small projects. And just like a background role, but it seems like at that time it was just to get casted as a security guard. They see big guy, broad shoulders, boyish face, and like, oh, I don't know what to do with this guy. Or we'll put him in the back and he'll just mean mug the whole time.
Yeah.
Or at least I got to be on set for a little bit and see how different directors and filmmakers work.
Yeah.
What works and what doesn't. So when I got out of the Marines, it's just I figured I'm in a position where I've done a lot of my film research, and I actually did like a combat deployment in 2018, and I got something that not a lot of people have. So I figure I implement that into how I project my characters and how I can personify them and make it organic, just using my best qualities, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Nice. So real quick, you're from the Bay Area, or is that where you were stationed at during the
No, I
military?
was born and raised in San Francisco. 2017, I left.
Wow. I'm from Oakland, by the way.
Oh,
So
Sacramento.
look at that. We're all from the Bay
Just
Area.
got this schmuck from the East Coast.
small world.
So we're just a room full of assholes.
I guess so, yeah.
I don't know about Khalid over
There's a
there.
couple of Bay boys. Well, actually, I'm not from the Bay Area. I'm from I'm more in, but you guys, whatever. North Cal.
It's driving distance.
Yeah, it's driving. You got a couple hours.
Levi over here trying to act hard. I'm from Oakland, by the way.
Yeah, I know, right? He's the most non-Oakland guy you ever
I'm from
freaking
Oakland,
saw.
by the way.
Where you from, Khalid?
He's from
Bronx,
New York.
New York, playboy.
Go fuck yourself.
That's what I thought. Do
Go
something.
fuck yourself,
Do some
Khalid.
BS.
Anyways,
When I got out of the Marines in 2021, I got 2 roles, main parts. One of them is a film on Amazon Prime and Tubi. It's called Pick a Side, directed by Edward Green, who's also a Marine. And he made this like kind of drama action film. Think of it like Den of Thieves a little bit, but it's
Oh,
more
cool.
between two brothers. One became, you know, a business. I forgot. He's like an office worker, and the other one's in a gang. When the brother who's in a gang gets killed, he infiltrates, you know, this fighting ring and tries to get in collusion with the gang, and he ends up fighting my character. It's not a big part, but
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. I'm in the thumbnail for the trailer,
Nice.
and I've been kind of milking that since that's the only thing that's really been, like, I have to show, because there's a lot of times where I act and stuff, and it's just saved in someone's computer screen.
Yeah.
And you're just like, hey, when's this coming out? It's like, don't contact us again.
Sounds familiar.
You did your part, and I'm just like, it's been upcoming for 3 years.
Well, I got a question for you too, because so
Yeah.
you came out of the military, and so like you go in the military, you get certain perks. Like one of them was like a GI Bill, right? Thing, or where you could go to like school and stuff. Have you ever thought about like going to school or anything for like acting or anything like that? Or I don't know if you have any of that or any interest in even doing that, or you just want to jump in.
I figured with my best friend in, you know, divulging in my acting career has just been experience.
Yeah.
When I see these acting schools, they're usually it's really basic stuff. That I went to college for a little bit before I joined in City College of San Francisco, and I did a few improv classes.
Yeah.
I'm very good at like looking. Like I watch a lot of old movies. I watch a lot of old westerns, a lot of old noirs, and a lot of the actors that are leading men usually served post World War II, but they had this natural charisma that they didn't really need to try to like act. They just were.
Mm-hmm.
They were very like cool, collected, because they already been through war, and all they did was play an extension of themselves, and they were very comfortable. They didn't really have to go through that. I always felt, not to get presumptuous, but I always felt like I could harbor a little bit of like Mitchum, John Wayne, Gary Cooper, all of them, that
Sure.
and Lee Marvin, like they all were
They
like,
have a presence.
they had a presence. They used that to their advantage and not try to like put themselves in a box where I had to prove myself and try to do all these loud things, theatrical things, so I could just be a person. I
Sure.
think a lot of actors, you know, they see what's Oscar worthy, and they say, I want to be Daniel Day-Lewis, I want to be all these people. And some actors are chameleons, others are not. They play a type very well.
Sure.
For example,
Gerard Butler.
Yeah, Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Gerard Butler. And I think, and, you know, there was a film called Wrath of Man that came out during COVID.
Sounds
Great
familiar.
movie.
It was what Jason Statham, Guy Ritchie
movie.
directed. It
Oh,
was very
okay.
good.
I haven't seen that one yet.
That's what is that the one with
With Statham?
no yeah okay, Wrath of Man?
Yeah, with
I
Jason
haven't seen
Statham.
it yet.
Jason Statham.
Yeah,
I know
yes.
Jason said that. I don't think I've seen it yet.
I've seen it.
Plus.
It's not like an action movie per se. You
No.
know how Guy Ritchie, he kind of like changes the storyline
Yeah.
here and there, and
Like kind of Tarantino style almost with it.
the thing, it did well. No one complains about Jason Statham playing like the same type of character because he does it so well.
He just kicks ass.
bullets.
man.
He kicks ass, and he doesn't have to pretend to be American. He's just an Englishman that lives in
Yeah.
L.A.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with that. So I figure I don't want, like, when I say these things, I figure instead of waiting for casting directors or agencies to put you onto something, I figured I just know what works for me, and I use that to my advantage. And if that doesn't work for your project, cool. I'll do something else, or because I worked in security for 5 years in different types of events, clubs, and I learned how to act through there, if that made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't put hands on people, but you learn how to like intimidate without, you just don't posture, and you tell people like, if you hit me because you can't come in, it's going to be a very bad night for you. Why don't you think about that for a while?
You put your Clint Eastwood on for that one.
Oh yeah. Well, I try doing it in a
The
natural
force-
way, and I
force
know like
is
how
a
people
magnum.
react to them. Like, what if I did that on film?
Mm-hmm.
And then that creates more authenticity. I think a lot of people just like they look at the script like, be angry. I'm like, no, that's not angry enough. Really like overdo it, and they get to, oh, that guy's acting.
Yeah.
Look at him act versus what are they saying? What are they talking about? It's like you're eavesdropping on a conversation instead of just oh, that guy's trying to steal the show. He's trying to show off how good an actor he is.
And that can be annoying.
I'm very subtle. I use a lot of nuances. Like, I'm already a big dude, so I don't need to be so flamboyant with like, the way I act.
Posturing.
Yeah.
I want to see you do like a version of The Rock in Pain and Gain.
A version of the Rock.
A little bit more flamboyant.
I'm not
He
as
wasn't
big.
very, but yeah, I think you're talking about Be Cool. He was a little more flamboyant.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
there's people that act tough and versus people that like they know like what they're capable of and they don't have to like be so extrovert about their tough. A lot of the post World War II actors from the 50s were able to really do that.
Yeah.
And they were just kind of laid back and they're like, oh, this isn't because at that time, you know, they just talked. They just talked. Some people were like, beep, up with the acting, and then they just were like, nah, that's all stupid. I'll just cross
Like
that out.
Charles Bronson in the movie where he would fight people. Where he's that bare knuckle fighter.
Hard Times?
Hard Times.
I think that's what it's called.
Because he wasn't like a big fucking guy. I mean, he was pretty built, but like he wasn't like a big dude. But he walked in there and he just had this fucking face like nobody can kick my ass.
Well, Bronson was a Purple Heart recipient.
He was too?
Oh, I
He
didn't
was
know that.
legit. He was. He served in World War II. He's an aerial gunner.
No shit. I
So
didn't know
he
that.
was as legit as it gets.
So he was badass already.
He was as legit as it gets. He wasn't someone that like pretended to be a tough guy. He was, but he
Yeah.
always talked very soft.
Yeah, he was very subtle with this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and he wasn't. And that's people. Those are people that I look up to. That they're very like charismatic, but they're very low key. They're not so much
Exactly.
into the Hollywood spotlight. Like he said, he would rather just be in like a bar with a beer.
Yeah.
Not like
So-
try to be with martinis. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So what's the current? What are you working on right now?
So, I've done a couple films since I've been out here. I did a short film with director Ben Gahn, who's going to be my assistant director in my feature film called Vega. That short film is called Skinwalker. It's a horror western. I have a really good fight scene with a fighter and actor named Drew Lopez, and they're still editing that. So when it's coming out, I don't know, but
Yeah.
but it will. It's it's really cool. It's shot in Sholo. And it was
Sholo.
really cold there, and you know it's kind of like a whodunit. Like what I'm accusing one guy and his girlfriend of being like a shapeshifter. There's a lot of arguing, and then there's a
This
really
is a
cool
short
fight
film?
scene. This is a short film.
This is
yeah.
yours?
No, this is my friend.
Oh, okay. So
Ben Gahn.
you're in it though. Okay.
I'm the bad guy.
Nice.
There's a twist. but-
Spoilers. No,
Yeah. And then I did a project in Tombstone, which is a western. I'm not supposed to say what it is just yet because it's still being.
Tell us when the
developed.
cameras go off.
Oh, of course.
And the cameras are off.
I did a film called Remnant Falls, directed by Isaac Joel. And something I noticed when I moved out here, it's really hot and sunny, so I started wearing the Western hat just because it shielded me. And I went to this party and collaborated with a lot of local filmmakers and actors, and I found myself being like the cowboy or the Western part. And I was like, hey, I mean, it's a niche. I'm not really complaining about it. So I am also I'm producing, directing, and starring in a feature film called Vega, which is shooting right now as we speak.
Nice.
And that's a little personal project that I have in mind, kind of loosely based on when I came out of the Marine Corps and I became a bouncer at a country saloon. It's a very character-driven.
It's like Roadhouse.
A little bit without like all the, the excessive action, because I don't have the budget and the money for all that.
Right. One thing I gotta say, every festival I've been to so far, there's at least one, maybe even two westerns in those festivals, at least in my block. Which I gotta say, some of those westerns are really cool to watch. But the one thing that always seems to stand out to me, the dialogue is always off. No one ever seems to get the dialogue correct on a western, which I totally understand. If you're young and you didn't live in those times,
Right.
I get it. But you got to do your research.
Yeah, so I know what you're talking about, because I think when I tell people that, my film Vega is a Western, it's more of a modern, it's more of a contemporary, because there's still cowboys that exist. There's still Wranglers. There's not a lot of them. What makes a good Western, in my opinion, is the story.
Yep.
It's about people. It just happens to take place in a rural
As
environment.
long as they can talk correctly.
So what I'm
in those
doing,
times.
so what I'm doing, I'm not doing a period western. I think a lot of people when I say, they think, the
Old spaghetti
the
westerns.
spaghetti westerns. They like the look. Of
You're
the
talking
period.
more of the feel of the film. It's going to be more like a, somebody comes into town and, there's a big badass there and there's going to be a big fight at the end of it and stuff.
Like The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
that's
another one.
that's
That is
a Western. Yeah,
but
that's
it doesn't like try to copy like the country accent. I think people try to focus on making it very
I'll be your
genre
Huckleberry.
tropy. That's a good one, by the way, Tombstone.
Tombstone. That's
Tombstone.
great. Yeah.
But the thing with a lot of people that try to do westerns is that they want to. It's like it has a very thin story, but they focus on more like the costumes and all that. And what I'm trying to do is more implementing a lot of my background from the Marine Corps, a lot of that
Yeah.
warrior spirit, and just keep it present day. I mean, one, it's cheaper.
yeah, period
And
piece
all
would
you
be
need is
hard
like
to
your
do.
jeans and like a hat. And
Yeah.
honestly, that's what we used to wear when we used to work at the country saloon. I used
Mm-hmm.
to be a security guard in a venue called Temecula Stampede. Everyone just had handcuffs,
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
security shirt, and a cowboy hat. And honestly, that's so the beat. There's no reason to like spend money on trying to make it look like a period western. Like for example, there's the Yellowstone. Everyone's heard of that, and that is a western. It just happens to take place present day. You know, there's trucks instead of horses, so it's more economically friendly, and it's more attractive in Arizona, I think, to film something like that. When I write, it's more with like real context of like my background and like, you know, relatable stuff. Like people talk normally, no one has to put on an accent. It's just, you know, when people go party at Cave Creek, they wear that, or like if it's hot, they wear that.
It's funny how you gravitate more towards that kind of mentality and like your stature and stuff when you're from the Bay Area, which is more like, you know, kind of hipster or
Yeah, I've
freaking
never
just,
been a
yeah,
cowboy.
yeah, exactly.
Well, Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood is also from San Francisco.
Yeah, you're right. He is.
Oh,
Yeah, he was.
that's
Yeah, he was.
interesting. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, one of my old
Yeah.
bosses, he wore the Western hat and he had his pistol, and he
So
was a
maybe I don't know what I'm
Federation.
talking about.
Yeah.
No,
I
no,
guess
it's
not.
fine. I'm just saying it's just because you wear the hat doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, you have to work on a ranch.
Yeah.
It doesn't?
Just
Right.
businessman.
You
Like,
sure?
it's like if you wear a baseball
It's
cap, you
such
gotta
a-
wear baseball.
Right.
You gotta play
Such
baseball.
a very stereotypical thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
being very stereotypical.
Yeah.
No, but I get what you're saying about the Western
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some things you can recommend to those people at home?
people that want to do the same thing I'm doing, pretty much.
Yeah, they want to be the next
Trying
Fernando
to, you know,
Lopez.
trying to get, you know, shit going, you know, just like you're doing.
I want to
It's
be the
like,
guy
oh.
that wears that same hat.
It could happen.
Yo.
We'll talk after this. I would say a very wise person told me comparison is the thief of joy. You should get into film because you like doing it, not because you want to be on the red carpet and you want fame. Because when you make a good product, that lasts longer than someone that just wants to be a movie star. I'm not doing this to be a movie star. I'm doing this to tell a story that means a lot to me, and I think it means a lot to people, and it's entertaining. I think do your research on like how, if you want to make a movie, if you want to act in it, instead of trying to like jump into the competitive circle of like thousands of other actors, or they're trying to like get other cast and directors to like them, make your own stuff, because people will see it. The industry is a little different now. You can literally just put something on streaming and you can make some income with it, and people will notice and they'll reach out to you. It happened to a few directors that I worked with. So as long as you have that mentality, and if you want to write something that is real and that makes sense to you. Like if this is your first project, I wouldn't write anything about aliens and something really ambitious, something of a personal story. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't try to listen to people that say, oh, you got to do it this way. Like if your gut says this is the way to get into this industry, and it's very competitive and it's very difficult, but I like it because I like the hustle. I like proving people wrong, and I like being when people say, oh, no one of your background's ever tried this. Cool, I'll be the first. And then other people are like, oh man, I always liked you. Can I be in your movie? No. Because, no, that's a little vindictive, but it's like there's a lot of people they'll say, oh, it's impossible. It's not. And there are times I wanted to give up. And I'm like, this is an impossible dream.
It's hard work.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's going to feel great when you have an end product that like, wow, I made this, and all these people can be proud that they're in this, and it's not just a credit. Like, I'm in this film and it's successful, and then there will be more. And that's kind of my mentality, and it's a big battle of like not to be like, oh man, there's a lot of people counting on me. I don't want to let them down. Just have fun with it, and as long as you have a game plan, you can do it.
You know, that's good that you said all those things because one of the things that are like all artists face is comparison. You know, it's so easy to compare yourself to other artists. You know, someone that maybe the same age or same education, but they're like up here and you're down here. And it's so easy to say, man, I'm not up
fucking
here.
up.
I'm fucking up.
Come on, what am I doing?
Yeah, right.
I am the worst at that. So.
It's difficult.
You
because
can beat yourself up sometimes. You know?
Yeah.
But then you think no one's been in like your shoes. Like they had a different life than you did. My life is different from pretty much a lot of actors.
Yeah.
You see someone that's younger than me that's like, oh, she's playing the love interest, and I'm just here still being like a lance corporal in Syria.
Everyone's timeline is different.
Yeah.
So don't rush yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Everyone's timeline is different. So you may feel like you're behind, but you're not. You're ahead of yourself. Others
Except
are
for Khalid.
except for Khalid. You're definitely ahead of Khalid because he's just down here and he never will go above that.
I just called Levi for roles, and half the time he's like, no.
I'm joking, Khalid. You're
joking.
fantastic.
Yeah, you are awesome, Khalid. Yeah. So don't beat yourself up. There's an opportunity. There's always an opportunity. So just don't give up. Just create something new.
Nope.
Do something really creative. Whatever it is, just don't follow the same trend. All right?
No.
Just be yourself and do something that you love doing. And one day, no matter what it is,
you will fail.
One day,
You will fail.
don't listen to these guys.
Don't do what Levi did.
Don't listen to me.
Don't listen to these guys.
You
will succeed because your idea is what people need, is what we need. Fernando.
Yes.
Where can we check you out? Instagram, social media, MySpace, what is it?
My Instagram is at Big Fern is my name. I know it's very generic, but I wrote it for a reason. So just that's really all I got. Big Fern is my name. You get to see all the updates and like films.
Big Fern. Big Fern.
It's short
is
for
my
Fernando.
name.
You know, sometimes it's too exotic for some people.
But that's literally it. Big Fern, is my name. So here at the bottom, or Julian would say here on the right.
Stop it, goddammit! I told you stop doing that. I don't want to be putting graphics everywhere. Thank you. We'll check you out there. Also cool because you got this feature that you're doing. People can hit you up on there, or they can donate or something through there.
Yeah, they want if they have something to bring, like they know a ranch or something, let me know. Or if they want to act in it.
Hit you in the DMs.
Yep, I'm pretty quick on the DMs. Like I'm not hard to reach out and.
Nice.
Do you need a black cowboy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do actually.
You need an Asian cowboy?
Yeah.
You're Pacific Islander, dude. I keep telling
you. You need a Pacific Islander cowboy?
You need a Mexican American, Native American?
No, we don't need
We're
you.
not limited.
We don't need you.
It's not as no, they don't have to be
you need someone to play a horse?
I mean, yeah, you know what? We'll make it work.
You won't make it work.
I might have talked to you about your cinematography, Darth, but you know what?
I want to play the horse.
I'm really a better cow.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Taste my milk.
That's where my expertise lies. Anyways, dude, thank you so much, Fernando, for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for reaching out to us, man, and coming and hanging out with us, man. Appreciate it.
This is a really cool setup. I'll be down to do it again at some point whenever you'd like to.
When that feature drops, man, let us know, too.
We'll actually be canceled by that time.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Just still can't.
Maybe we'll be on Tubi.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. But yeah, I'm happy to come back, and I love this platform. It's a very fun environment.
Nice.
And I hope you guys don't get canceled.
I hope so too. Anyways, that is today's show. Thank you so much, Fernando, for being on the show. Thank you, Khalid, for giving us some amazing, or I wouldn't say amazing.
Not
but,
amazing.
It was decent.
That's a little big word.
Whatever.
Thanks for showing up.
Thanks for being here.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today, honestly.
Wearing that hat. Anyways.
But yeah, you can catch us on our website, lowbarpodcast.com. Check us out, merch. If you want to donate, you can definitely hit us up on donate. We're also on Instagram.
That's right. We are on Instagram at _lowbar. But one thing I want to add is, again, donate. So please make sure you donate because we need beers. And
definitely,
we can't have guests like this guy be on the show without the beer.
Yeah, especially as Marines, we just love to drink.
Exactly. But we do need the donation to keep these lights on and to keep doing reviews because you need the reviews.
Excuse me, I'm burping. I'm trying to hold it back. Jesus, this damn thing keeps going.
Exactly. This is the low bar. like I said, we need the beers, and that's how we keep this guy.
You gotta hurry up. I gotta take a piss.
All right. Well, that's tonight's show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Again, catch us on Instagram and our website, and any podcast.
Any platform that takes podcasts. There you guys said it for you, Levi.
Before we get canceled.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Jeez.
Lowbar.